Alright guys, welcome back. It is Terrible Shooter here. In today's video, we're going to be mounting our Strike Eagle rifle scope onto our AR here. Got a cantilever mount. So I got this set up on our vise here. Got my leveler, everything is smooth, everything is leveled out. It's leveled out at the front of the barrel and it's leveled out towards the end. So now I'm good to go. Now what I need to do is put the mount on first. Now this is my first time doing this, so I'm gonna actually try to focus on not messing up anything as opposed to recording. Let's see, once I get the right bit here. Alright, so I'm loosening the screws on the mount so I can actually put it on the rail. The cool thing about this cantilever mount is that it tells you how much torque to put into it. So this will be my my blueprint here on how much torque I'll put down on the mount. Now I did watch a couple of videos on how to do this, so I think I'm prepared to do this on my own. It's not really difficult to do, but you do have to pay attention to what you're doing. I want this. Because honestly guys, once I get this on here, I don't plan on taking it off. So we got our mount on. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna tighten it just a little. Just gonna tighten it down so it doesn't move. I'm not gonna torque it yet, but I will tighten it. And once I tighten it down, I'll just check the level again just to make sure everything is still centered, considering that I am moving the rifle as I'm doing this. So let me just get my leveler here. Cool, everything is still centered. Centered back here, centered up there. All right, what I should have did was I should have actually taken off the top here first before I did that. So make sure I don't lose any screws in the process. Like, I'm so excited. I was gonna go with the red dot, but you know, considering that I have this is an 18-inch barrel here. All right, so now that we got those off, I'm just gonna check the level again to make sure everything is centered still, because I was bumping the vise and moving the rifle. Everything is still centered. Center here. We're centered there. And we're also centered there. All right. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to put on the scope. Just like that. Okay. I'm going to put these rings back on. Just like the expert showed me on YouTube. Now I'm not going to torque anything yet. I'm just going to tighten it down so the scope doesn't move. And then I also want to make sure it's leveled correctly before I torque it down. So just want to make sure you guys can see what I'm doing here. All right, again, so I'm not torquing anything yet. I'm just tightening it down a little bit. I gotta tell you, this is exciting, this is fun. I got my first 15. Got my first sight, optic. What accessory do you guys think I should go with next? Besides the flashlight, I already know I'm gonna get a weapons light. This is gonna be so fun. All right, so I got that tightened down a little bit. Actually tightened it down a little too much because I can't really move the rifle scope to make sure it's level. It's almost there. I'm still centered in the front of the barrel, so that's good. Put this here. All right, there we go. I'm centered here. Let me check the front of the barrel. Kind of threw it off a little bit. All right, we're good there. Let me check again here. This could be a little tedious, but it'll be well worth it in the end. You want to make sure everything is aligned. And I think it's more so because of the vise that I have. It's not really the high quality one, it's just something simple. All right, so my scope. So we gotta adjust the scope just a little bit. So like I mentioned before, guys, the reason why I went with the LPVO, I wanted to do some long range shooting. I know red dots, they say you can shoot at least 200 to 300 yards. But I want to do some long range. I want to go hunting. And that's why I chose this barrel length for my AR. Now, if I didn't mention it before, this is the Defense M4, 18-inch barrel, 5.56. Can also shoot 223. And just to show you, one sec. I went with some Winchester 5.56 green tips here. So be ready. Let me just check my level. So the scope is leveled out, it's centered, which is what we want. Our barrel is centered, that's also what we want. Let me put you back here. And we're centered back here. So the next thing that we can start doing, so I can make sure that this scope doesn't move at all, I want to just tighten it down. I'm not going to torque it yet. Going to go on a crisscross pattern. Okay, so everything is centered. The scope isn't going to move or change its direction. Everything is centered at the top of the scope here. Everything is centered towards the end of the barrel, the front end of the barrel, and everything is centered back here. So I think we've done a great job so far. Now what I need to do is tighten this some. So I'm going to start torquing the mount. Now if we look at our manual here, let's see, should be 20 inch-pounds. So I'm going to adjust my torque screw, my torque screwdriver here. I don't know if you guys can see that because it's so bright. So here it allows me to adjust how much torque I can put in. So I'm just going to adjust this to, it said 20 inch-pounds for the mount. All right, and we're exactly, I know, let's try to get this in the camera. We're exactly at 20 inch-pounds. So I'll begin to torque this in. All right, once you hear that click, you're good. You don't need to go anymore. All right. All right. Alright, so that's good. Simple as that. And now for the top mounts here, it's 16 inch-pounds. So I'm going to adjust this again to 16. It's about 20, so in the middle, it's like 15. All right. I'm going to do this. I'm going to use the same method. I'm going to go into a crisscross pattern here. There we go. 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 Just like that. Get my leveler here. We're centered. Front end of the barrel, we are centered. Towards the back, we are centered. That was actually easier than I thought it was. I thought it was going to be. The experts on YouTube make it, you know, look a lot easier, but let me just adjust this. All right. And just like that, we got our Strike Eagle 1:6 by 24 scope mounted on our rifle. For me, it's more comfortable having the stock out a little further. And this is what it looks like, guys, on the rifle. Beautiful. Made by Vortex. Oh yeah. My eye relief is dead on, perfect. My eye relief is very nice. Clear picture. So I think I did a great job for the first time. My eye relief is spot on. This is exactly where I want it. Again, my preference. This is an 18-inch barrel. It's already pretty long, but I do prefer to have the stock out a little bit further. That's just my preference. Yeah, this is good. This works for me. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Got my first rifle scope, my first AR15. Mounting this was actually pretty simple and easy once you have all the tools that are necessary that you would need to mount this rifle scope on. So let me know in the comments below, what was your first AR15? What was your first rifle scope that you mounted on your AR? Or even if you did it yourself, did you run into any issues? Was it quick and easy and simple as this was? So share your stories in the comments below. This is Terrible Shooter. Like, comment, subscribe. Get at you guys later. And I just dropped the empty box. Peace.